If you watched the last video where we talked about why you're not feeling fulfilled, you probably, walked away realizing that a lack of self-awareness might just be the missing piece. So today we are diving deeper. We are going to answer the question of what exactly is self-awareness? What exactly is self-awareness? What does it really mean? And how can it change your life? Before we jump in, if you haven't seen the previous video, don't worry, you can always check it right after this particular one. But for now, let's just go straight into what exactly is self-awareness and all about it, and more importantly, why it matters to you. Self-awareness is one of those buzzwords we hear all the time, right? But what does it actually mean? At its core, self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly, to understand your thoughts, to understand your emotions, to understand your behaviors, and how they all come together to shape your life. It sounds simple, but let me tell you, most of us go through life without fully seeing ourselves. And we're like actors in a play, following the script, but never really stopping to ask, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Why? Why do I feel this way? Why? So let's break it down into two main parts. First, there's the internal self-awareness. This is about knowing what makes you tick. Okay, it's about understanding your values, your passions, your triggers, your strength, your weaknesses. It's that deep sense of who you are beneath the surface, that place that no one sees. Then there is the external self-awareness, which is about understanding how others see you. Okay, how your actions, your words affect the people around you and your society at large. Together, these two parts create a full picture of what self-awareness is. But let's be honest, being truly self-aware isn't always comfortable, honestly. It means being willing to face the parts of ourselves that we might not like, the parts we've been ignoring, the parts we've been avoiding. It means being vulnerable with ourselves. Yeah, that's it. But here's the beauty of self-awareness, okay? When you become self-aware, you give yourself the power to change your life. You stop living on autopilot and you start making decisions that are aligned with who you truly are and who you really are. Let me give you an example, okay? Imagine you are constantly feeling overwhelmed and burnt out at work. Okay, you might think, well, that's just life. Everyone is stressed, everyone is busy. But a self-aware person would stop and ask, why do I feel this way? What is it about my work that's draining me? Okay, maybe it's the type of work you're doing, or maybe it's how you are managing, your time. Maybe it's how you are carrying out your tasks. Self-awareness allows you to pinpoint the exact cause and make changes that brings you closer to balance and fulfillment. Okay, that's it. Now, becoming more self-aware doesn't mean sitting alone in a room and meditating for hours, although if that's your thing, go for it. Okay, but it's really about creating moments of reflection in your everyday life. Everyday life. You don't need a retreat, okay? You just need some curiosity about yourself. So ask yourself simple questions. Simple questions like, what went well today? What didn't feel right today? What patterns do I notice in my life? Am I always getting frustrated in similar situations? Okay, this small moment of reflecting and asking questions help you build a clearer understanding of yourself. Here's another key to self-awareness. Okay, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. It's easy to look away from things that makes us uncomfortable, like we procrastinate or stay in relationships that aren't, working. But the more honest you are, the more progress you make. Okay? So be honest. It's also important to get feedback. Yes, self-awareness is about you, but it's also helpful to hear from people who know you well. Okay, sometimes we have blind spots. In fact, all the times we have blind spots, and it's those around us that can help us see these blind spots. Ask trusted friends, family members how they see you, what's their perspective, what can they reveal to you that you have never noticed about yourself. Okay, now let's pause here and say this. Self awareness isn't about beating yourself up. Okay, it's not about criticizing yourself or finding every little flaw. It's about understanding yourself so you can make intentional choices about your life. It's about growth, not about judgments. So why does all of this matter? Why should you care about self awareness? Okay, well, when you know yourself, when you understand what drives you, what limits you, and how you show up in the world, you have the foundation for everything. Relationships, career, happiness, spirituality, finances, business, academics. It all starts with know yourself. Okay, without self-awareness, you're like a ship sailing without a compass. You might be moving, but you're not steering. Okay, with self-awareness, you take control of your direction. You can make decisions that align with your values and your purpose. So, to wrap this session up, let's break it down into 3 things. 3 things you can start doing today to become self aware. I want you to start today. Number one, reflect daily. Take 5 to 10 minutes at the end of every day to reflect. What went well today? What didn't go well today? What can you learn about yourself from today's experiences? Okay, ask for feedback. That's number two. Ask for feedback. Talk to someone who knows you well. Ask them how they see you and be open to hearing their perspective. Be curious. Okay, that's number three. Be curious. Throughout your day, get curious about your reactions. If something triggers you, ask yourself why. Okay, dig deeper into your thoughts and your emotions instead of just brushing them off. The journey to self awareness is an ongoing journey. Okay, you won't figure it all out in one day, but every small step you take brings you closer to living a life that feels true to who you are. If this video got you thinking, go ahead and hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss future content about living with more intention and purpose. And let me know in the comments below, okay, what is one thing you've learned about yourself recently? What's that one thing you learned about yourself recently? Let's keep the conversation going. Okay, in the description box, you have a self-awareness toolkit for you. It's an assessment to help you discover yourself more and build self-awareness. It's free. Just go to the description box, click on the link for self-awareness assessment, and then you get it. Now, don't just download it, okay? Make good use of it. It will help you. I'll see you again in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me hear one thing that you have learned about yourself recently today. I'll see you again.